figured I'd comment on this because why not? Last week, JHS Pedals did a YouTube video comparing the Digitech Bad Monkey pedal to everything. I'll put a link in the description below for reference, but a brief recap. Josh from JHS Pedals played through a Digitech Bad Monkey pedal, a pretty common and fairly unassuming pedal that's been around for almost 20 years. And he compared it to a variety of more upscale and rare and arguably more desirable pedals. He pretty much nailed and matched the sounds of each of the other pedals to the Bad Monkey, adjusting the settings as needed to make that work. And the internet exploded. At this time of the video, it was a $60 pedal at best used. At the time of this video, a high price of $750 is on the internet, and everyone is blaming Josh in JHS for this uptick in price. Now, also, this is a YouTube video, and strangely enough, commenting on another YouTube video is a little weird. But here's the typical YouTuber plug, which you all love to hear. If you like this channel, hit the subscribe button, and the bell icon will let you know when I put up a new video. I've noticed that over 97% of the viewers on this page aren't subscribers. I don't know if I'm showing up on your feeds on a regular basis with the YouTube algorithm driving things, but if you hit the subscribe button, you're sure not to miss any future videos. Anyways, back to more comments on YouTube videos. So JHS, their video drives up a pedal's cost and desirability. Well, that's nothing new. But for some reason, this is a big bang level event in the guitar pedal and YouTube community. People commenting that guitar players are stupid to pay $750 for such an uncool pedal. But it's because of the influence that JHS happens to have in the guitar industry as well as the YouTube industry. But I want to say there's a few things I want to touch upon. First of all, one, Josh did get each pedal to match the Bad Monkey. Yes. However, I do have a couple of questions. Did he get a sound that he desired on the Bad Monkey and then match it on the more high-end pedal, or vice versa? Because it's very easy to get a great pedal to sound okay rather than getting a pedal to sound great. Plus, considering the music Josh played may have also favored the pedal's overall flavor and tone as well. Meaning, if you have a Zen Drive or a Noble's ODR1 and you set it to the tastes that you prefer for that pedal, can you match the Bad Monkey to that in the music that you're going to be playing with using the higher end pedal? So approach-wise, I do question that, but I certainly don't question the results that Josh got. The overall idea of finding an inexpensive option to expensive items is not wasted time or wasted effort, and nor is sharing the experience. JHS isn't the only YouTube channel that has done this kind of video. Rhett Shaw has done this. He actually compared a Boss Wazacraft distortion to a degree, amongst some other pedals, to a Klon Centaur a while back. Wampler has done very similar comparison videos, and I'm sure there are a ton of other YouTube channels that you can find doing shootout and comparisons. So what's the big deal? Well, the second thing is I'm going to bring up the uptick in prices of the Bad Monkey. Yes, this does happen when an older piece of gear gets a lot of attention, and it's not that surprising. There were players that loved Echoplexes, but when digital delays came out, they got rid of their Echoplexes. No one wanted to deal with the tapes or any of the other idiosyncrasies of the actual design, so they went away to people that hoarded them, and the next thing you know, they're the most desirable thing on the planet. For guitar players, anyways. So, it's not that surprising now. As far years later, people went nuts to have Echoplexes when guys with Echoplexes would rather have an Electro-Harmonix Memory Man. It happens. But someone asking for a $750 price tag on a Digitech pedal as opposed to someone paying $750 for a Digitech pedal is very different. Now, a few years ago, Josh went through some other pedals that were kind of similar to the Marshall Governor at one point, and at times there were no reissues like we happen to have now. The Marshall Governor and that pedal line is readily available in the past month and through reissues. But back then we didn't. 3 years ago, that was not available. But one of the pedals he mentioned was the BBE Crusher pedal, which apparently is an exact copy of the original Marshall Governor. I watched that video when it came out, and the price of the BBE Crusher went up to just over $200 when I checked them out on Reverb. Now, as of today, they're back down to the $100 mark, which is what they were before that video came out. So I didn't shell out the $200 for the BBE Crusher then, and I haven't bought one yet. So the hype and the interest faded away, as it usually does. There's no one commanding you to buy anything, and in the grand scheme of things, if you think you need a Bad Monkey pedal now, you're totally missing the point. You had 19 years to get one, and there are a ton of other pedals out there, and I'm sure every guitar player could find something that works for their tastes and their budget. Now, I don't blame Josh for doing this video. His overall response of saying that the price and the attention hike that came about is not his fault, and it's not. If anything, this situation should send you down the rabbit hole to find the gear that might be useful for your musical efforts. And if it isn't, well, hold on to it. And when JHS does a video on that item, put it on Reverb for 10 times the cost. I wouldn't fault you on it. I don't think Josh would either. But the main takeaway is you listen with your ears and not any hype. There's good stuff out there that will work for you, and it doesn't have to break the bank. And despite the fact that I'm shooting myself in the foot here, you don't need a YouTuber to tell you what is good and what isn't. Anyways, what about you guys? What about your thoughts on the Bad Monkey pedal and JHS hype? Please let me know in the comments section below. I'd love to hear from you guys. Thanks for watching. Take care.